Hello guys, welcome. Hello, welcome guys. Welcome to the stream. Let me just turn on my laptop so I can look at your chats. As usual. Um, okay. Okay. Welcome. Hello there. Hello Monpai. Hello everyone. We'll just get started, Bajaj sir. Hope you chatting. Welcome, welcome. Um, Hi, hello man. Welcome. I will just start in like 1 minute. I'm just finding something to order for my dinner and then we'll start. I tried then start. Okay. Gregory Swift, hello. Hey, YT stream, let's go, man. ये पाकिस्तान में तमाम मसले हो रहे हैं उस पर आपका क्या विचार है I don't have a lot to say, Kilo. So I might need to get them next time. Yeah, man. It's okay. Defeats are part and parcel of the process. पाकिस्तान में मसले हो रहे हैं सी आई विल टेल यू आई हैव टॉक टू कार्जो लाइक ड्यूरिंग माय टाइम देयर बहुत बाद में बात हुई मेरी हाय गॉडस्पीड हाय नमन वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम एंड द थिंग इज आई गेट ही इज वेरी पैशनेट ये प्लेयर्स वाला नहीं करना चाहिए था बट आई थिंक सो इट्स अ लॉट ऑफ मिसकम्युनिकेशन एज वेल the fault lies with Carzo that he only dealt with MSK as people pointed out उनको सबके साथ डील करनी चाहिए थी इन सबके साथ और थोड़ी बहुत प्लेयर्स ने भी फॉर ग्रांटेड ले लिया हेलो मेलेडी कि क्या बोलते हैं कि एमएसके से बात हो रही है तो हमारे पास पैसे आ ही जाएंगे तो गलती ज़्यादा हेलो मेमोसा हाउस योर डे अच्छा गया भाई ओके मैं भूल गया था मैं डिस्कॉर्ड पे बैठा हुआ था मैं भूल गया था what do I order to eat the problem is what do I order to eat now what cuisine should I order समझ में नहीं आ रहा मेरे को आई एम वेरी सो आई टेल यू मेरा पर्सनल चीज आई एम वेरी बैड एट चूजिंग व्हाट टू ऑर्डर हेलो सिद भाई मुझे भी मॉड दे दो रेगुलर भी ग्रेगरी मिल जाएगा यार कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं मैं सबको दे दूंगा इट्स नॉट अबाउट मॉड मॉड पावर से क्या होता है जो मॉड है उनको भी डिलीट करने का पावर नहीं है आई जस्ट टेल यू मॉड वो हैं whom I know in real life basically ग्रेगरी और कोई बात नहीं है अभी अभी के लिए जो भी मॉड्स हैं आई नो देम इन रियल लाइफ बस और कोई बात नहीं है मिमोजा के पास मॉड है मेरे पास नहीं दिस इज क्लियर डिस्क्रिमिनेशन बेस्ड ऑन अमाउंट ऑफ ट्विटर फॉलोअर्स किलो मेरे से एक बार मिल लो एंड आई विल गिव यू द मॉड वी मीट आई गिव यू द मॉड इट्स वेरी सिंपल है मेरा लॉजिक मैं जिनको आईआरएल जानता हूँ ऑर्डर खमन ढोकला मैं ऑलरेडी खांडवी खा चुका हूँ शाम को डिस्क्रिमिनेशन बेस्ड ऑन अमाउंट ऑफ ट्विटर फॉलोअर्स भाई फिर तो बहुत जिनके पास नहीं है ट्विटर फॉलोअर्स जिनके ज़्यादा हैं बट क्या कर सकते हैं हो सा से कब मिले हो फिर आई हैव met him virtually. कैसे हो God? Hey Akash, welcome to the channel. Met him virtually a lot of times. Order panini. Panini. I have ordered panini पहले भी. Like I need something जिससे कि पेट भरेगा. Right now I was looking at a three-course meal with jalapeno cheese balls, pasta arrabbiata, and a brownie. Hi Bhavik. Optimus looking damn good, but FS did a lot of mistakes. What do you think? I just think that it was a lot of individual plays that bailed optimistic out. Mimosa's charisma is enough. Godspeed best journalist ever born on this earth. क्या बात है भाई. अगर ऐसा सच हो जाता ना आकाश तो फिर बात ही क्या थी. But I'm working to. I want to improve. Sounds jam. Can vouch Twitter वाला तो कोई सीन नहीं है. Don't worry, guys. Mod holds no order. Noodles Manchurian. Okay, noodles Manchurian. Not going to lie. It's a very good advice. Let me see. Noodles. Hakka. Cosplay working with this team now. I'm working with no one right now. VCC playoffs prediction, G and EG to go through. Mm, Godspeed working with no, none right now. To be very honest, uh, I'm still assessing my options. After what happened at Arrow, I don't want to make a mistake like hastily say yes just because I liked the project even though I had other offers. मैं मैंने हाँ कर दी थी और वो मेरी सबसे बड़ी गलती थी. सो दिस टाइम व्हाट आई एम डूइंग इज अगर मेरे को कोई प्रोजेक्ट पसंद आएगा आई वुड असेस सीक्रेट कोच ऑफ द गार्ड एंड सीक्रेट अरे गॉडस्पेड हैज द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन चेंज फॉर विजन स्ट्राइकर्स. या सो दे बॉट वीएस ना डीआरएक्स. Sorry, your message is damn good. Just that I wish you should join a better team. Bhavik, if I am good, I will find a better team. And but I also have to present myself well and discoverability is also a very important thing that we don't think about. Let's say kilobyte is a good analyst. How do you know that? How do you know? You wouldn't have known if he didn't put out Twitter threads and all that, right? He put himself out, so people discovered him, and slowly people realized, yeah, this guy is good, and that is how he's now like slowly getting inculcated. Similarly, I didn't put out much content. Like obviously people know that I am a coach or something. I didn't put out any content or anything. Most of the already has any chance to qualify? Yeah, they have a very good chance. Like Silly play SMX? No. SMX will not play for XLE in VCC playoffs. That is what I know. नहीं चाहिए रख लो. VSK last jerseys were being sold. सोचा ले लूं collector's item. 6K. That is a damn too much. Too much. Okay, I think I'm going to check out and yeah, how do you know this? Coach my team, 4 gold and 1 player, but really hardworking. 2 weeks my boards. It's wow. Yeah, I think I'm going to try this one. Inshallah, this will be good. Let's just hope this is good. So I've done jalapeno cheese balls. I've done pasta arrabbiata and a brownie. I think this is good. Like obviously the portion sizes will be smaller, but I think this will be enough for me. It's a good, well-rounded meal, right? Any upcoming player on your radar? I just said Kibo. I told you in India, I named 5 players. I remember naming SP5. I remember naming Simple. I remember naming Shlogzi. I remember naming Kev. Get a drink. I have water. Biryani खाओ biryani. ये सब पास्ता वास्ता मुंह में है. Okay, Fred. Nice to meet you. Like a milkshake or something. I don't drink milkshakes or anything, so on. I just like juices and smoothies mostly, but I like coconut water. Deadly is already a product. Like you can't name him among the upcoming players. He's already a product. As far as I'm concerned, he's already a product. Okay, so first of all, I think we'll start with EG versus XSET. I have very interesting things to talk about for XSET from XSET's point of view, not just Astra. Astra is there. Do you know Venki from his 16 and Radiant? Yeah, Venki is a very good prospect, guys. Venki is a very good. He's again friends with those people, Simple, Shlogzi. That group is insanely talented. You have Techno, you have Sensei. So starts with आपकी favorite international. हाँ भाई DM भी आपका player. Rafael West and Dr. Sir stats wise, आपकी favorite international team. Uh, Very difficult question, dude. Very difficult question. To be honest, I love Exet not strategically. I just love Exet because I am a big fan of Zekken. I have been for over a year. In terms of tactics, though, it's a very tough question because I'd say tactically, I prefer, I very much prefer Mina or something because I think they tactically lose as well, but tight as well. But in terms of one specific team, currently, I think it would have to be uh, Alliance. Yeah, Alliance. Godspeed is playing Reina on Breeze effective or not? Yeah, man, it's effective if you want to play that way. Blind Retnox too. He's a head enter. Yeah, Blind Retnox. He's also very good. Vision Strikers and Koreans for me. Yeah, Vision Strikers. Thing is, Mimosa, that is very hard to emulate. They have precise timings. Like if the timing is off by 1 second, the entire play is gone. I heckin' love Sentinels because my favorite player Tyson plays in it. I heckin' love my streamers and friends. Yeah. After a year because that's when I see product one. Should Indian Org come up with their academy roster? I mean, we did. RG had their academy roster. RG Reckoning Infinity. Kilobyte is raw fuel really underdog though. No, he's just trolling. When we उनका yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to do that next. Today is EG versus Exit. Tomorrow is Alliance. Uh, they 13 zeroed some team. I think so. It was 10 star or some. I don't remember. What's wrong with Team Secret? Nothing's wrong with Team Secret. I think they were just low out of the gates. They didn't have much practice, I guess, and that showed in the performance. It was a very jumbled performance. Uh, no clear teamwork. Yeah. Godspeed Vision Strikers play so good, but according to you, what always went wrong? Again, the timings. They were having 200 ping. Oh, 200 ping. Man. That too with the neon going negative. I mean, see. It's all about creating space. That's all. Yeah. If that is the case, Mimosa, then obviously, then they'll. I believe Team Secret is going to 2-0 all three of their matches this week, and you'll see that it'll be like I think they'll qualify very easily. Okay, so let's break it down. Let's start breaking things down. Let's start with the first round. Okay, and guys, anyone who's new, please feel free to subscribe before we start. I don't really say these things much. I'm very awkward with these things, but I've been told that you have to say these things because that is how you push your viewers to subscribe. And if that is the case, man, please do subscribe if you like my content. And if you don't, please tell me why you don't like it. And maybe if you're right, I'll change it. Any upset on VCT? Maybe exploit can upset someone. Bro, I have played Valorant 500 hours, still gold. I'm so trash, bro. FPX, maybe it's time for you to look at your game in a different way. Bro, I played Valorant. Can you try and review XIA versus Myth? Cause XIA looked really weak. Okay, Georgia. Okay, I will. Swan. Godspeed, can you use this comp and fracture Neon, Breach, Viper, Sage, and Cypher? Yeah, definitely. You can. Hello, I recently found your channel. Your content is really helpful. Thank you, crazy thief gamer. Thank you, and welcome to the channel, dude. How to improve aim like you? To be honest, see, I know this is a joke, but I don't aim labs at all. It's very simple. It is something the Infinity roster did as well. They came up with that themselves. In what way different, sir? I'll tell you FPX. So you see the practice range, right? You see easy, medium, hard bots, and just do 3x. Just do 3x of each. In what way different, sir? Maybe what you can do is maybe first of all I have to understand what you play, how you play, but I'd say start learning different heroes, different agents. Start pulling up your comps, मतलब थोड़ा ज़्यादा बात करो और अच्छा बात मतलब प्रोडक्टिव बात करो मैप के दौरान. एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट don't focus only on killing your enemies or headshotting your enemies. Sometimes it's better to aim at the stomach for some players when they're starting out with a new senses. First of all, check your sensitivity as well. And above all, if you want, it's my first PC game. Oh, then though obviously you might struggle with it. You don't know the basics of peeking and everything, maybe. And if that is the case, you can always send me a word and I can review it. How to improve long range fight as I start spraying. As you start spraying long range fights, dude, that is control. That is something you have to practice a lot. But I would say the 3x, 5x thing, you do that practice range. That is a beautiful thing. It was told to me by Dash as well. So if you do that, I believe you will find very productive results. Okay, let's start. Look at the defense setup. The Viper wall is there. Okay. And look, attackers have Astra and Viper. So the benefit of this Astra, you'll see as the map goes on. First of all, see here. So normally what to do, a lot of the time people play for long hours, but without direction that never works. Yeah. Same with learning something. You follow a syllabus or doesn't. Yeah. Any operator drill? Operator drill, very easy. Again, you go to practice, you just start killing people. Operator drill, and then there is a specific deathmatch combination. Like there are, I think so, 8 death matches that you need to play with different combinations. That is also a very good practice routine. I'll share it with you guys if you guys want to see it. Who won the game? And I'm surprised to see. Hey Aditya, welcome to the stream. Yeah, so many people are playing Astra on Breeze right now. Who won the game? XSET won the game. Hello coach. Hello Sahil. Okay, so we'll start off with this. यहाँ पे मैं थोड़ा हिंदी want to improve my movement. I always keep moving around W key and die while holding it. Again, वो जो practice range वाला चीज़ है, I'll even show you guys कि क्या करना है. Okay, I'll show you a specimen. Always wanted to ask you how to quick switch while sniping. It's very easy. Okay, so we'll start with this, guys. Uh, I'll tell you. I'll talk to you guys after each round, not between the rounds. Okay. Hello, VJ. Welcome. Okay, अब हम बात करते हैं यहाँ पे Astra की. So what happens here is Astra's orb here, I think so they'll mask it off, they'll use this as a smoke. And alternative, this is also a good alternative for the Viper smoke. Sometimes Viper smokes here. So now what Viper can do is Viper can smoke off this area instead, right? So you can cordon off 2 areas, and here there is Astra smoke already, right? So imagine an attacking setup where you have absolute control of the vision. This guy has no vision, right? This guy has no vision inside. So you've blocked off vision. You can take control up until here, and you can take control if you see this way. You can take individual fights here, and then after you clear this, you can take individual fights here. So you can segregate, isolate fights without having to worry about the mid guy, right? And similarly here, if you put the orb here, you can easily isolate fights. You can open the door, you can cause so much ruckus with a simple Astra orb, right? We'll see what they do in the first round, though. Okay. Use toggle Kovac 2.0. Yeah, Kovac is similar to Imla's better. Hi Cyborg. God be all the best. बोल दो मुझे. My team Apex Mobile का soft launch. Good luck, VJ. Astra is really good on this map, I guess. And I like how NA is changing in the starts, but ignore sentence. Yeah, XSET and SQ are the only teams that run Astra on Breeze. No, that's not true. Even V1 run as well, Reformed runs as well, Radiance runs as well. You use run it back. I do sometimes. I see everyone's messages, Cyborg. I know what you've been up to. I see everyone's messages. I see I see your messages, I see Malaf's messages, I see Kilobytes messages, I see it all, man. I just don't use it much right now. I use it sporadically. I use it. Was the first event team? Not really. Taking Hall's control becomes a walk in the park. Yeah. They're having everything. I mean, TSM, there are some inherent issues, I feel. And this is a new roster, you have to give them time. Okay, let's focus on XSET utilities. Okay, the Viper has one toxic, one spit. What do you feel about a new Heavencom? No Solar No Sky. I don't think that's the new Heavencom. Okay, alright. Hi, Harjot. Welcome. Why do Control Com? It's their choice, man. I don't think that's their main comp though. Let's see. It's a good comp nonetheless, but I think that's their original comp going into VCC. Okay. KO has a flash. KO hasn't taken this, obviously, which is good for a map like Breeze. Astra's put one orb here. Okay. So Astra hasn't taken any orbs, I think. Ideally, I think so. She should have two more orbs. We'll see as the round progresses. I mean, that was fair, I feel. Um, Kebo. Okay. Cryo doesn't have. Okay. I think they're yet to buy some stuff. Okay, yeah. So Def has two. Yeah. Surprisingly, Cryo didn't go for any clouds or updrafts, which is very strange. BCG goes for a drone instead of shock darts. Good. So basically, their damage utility is nothing. The spit is the only damage utility there, right? Building and big action base, yeah, maybe Cryo didn't buy smokes. Yeah, that is what I'm saying. So they have no damage utility per se except the spit. So it'll be very interesting to see what they do. They're obviously trying to hit mid, and it's going to be feels like a very fast A split. Let's see. Okay. EG is pushing B, so now they know this is all clear. So I think the rotations will start. Let's see how they react. So they've grouped up, I think. But look at EG. So this is where I think EG plays. They play well. They found information early on by pinching this area. By pinching this area, exactly this area. They aggress from here. They aggress from here, right? So they took information of the B side. I don't think it's allowed. I don't know. Up to CA. Let's see what CA says. So much map controls. Yeah. So they took this map control. They now know that there is no one here. So now they're they're pushing in a pair. It's sort of distant pair. There is some distance, but at least they're pushing in numbers and not it's not a solo push. While these players are just rotating. Now the the thing about Jet pushing here is it's very okay. The Viper smoke is here, which we did not discuss. The Viper didn't throw her smoke here. which was what we thought she can. Instead, they're just putting an orb here, so in case there is someone present, they can either pull, or when the Viper smoke goes down, they can smoke with the Astra smoke. Not another special post on Twitter's ring. Oh, nice. Well, that's very good. With a drone. Okay, personally I don't like this wall now. I believe this wall is better, much better. You get so much map control with this wall now, especially with this boxes. I believe that wall is much better than this wall. This gives you so much map control and also eliminates this triangle. This triangle, it eliminates this triangle, which is very important. This triangle, people sitting here, people sitting here, it eliminates all of that. Everyone is in vision, you know. Standard wall. I think these guys are waiting for information. Also, they don't want to get tagged from the drone. Okay. So 4v4, these players now know that there is a backstab, so their focus will be divided, and at that moment they're pushing in a group of 3, which is very good. On the Sky, so the deep wall should be better. Yeah, exactly. Regardless of KO or Sky, even Sky is better. Okay, Booster gets the second kill, and now he's going back, which is very good because you now divide the attention here, right? You divert the attention here, and now you fall back. First of all, you're red, so it preserves the man advantage as well, even though it's a fallacy because he's very red, but still it's a numbers game. Like, there is a man advantage. Second of all, with him falling back and these guys now are diverting the attention here, these 3 guys have absolutely taken this map control. Absolutely, this is a brilliant lesson on how to play a retake. Even though XSET's retakes are really bad, this is a very good example of how to play a retake. I'm sorry, from EG, sorry, not XSET. Let's see what happens here. I think they hear Jet. It's important for Jet to not overextend. Yeah, their win condition is not even Jet surviving. Their win condition is these guys, the Jet and the Chamber. These guys getting kills and somehow diverting attention here. EG's win condition for this retake was this. But look at what happens. Jet dashes. They hear the sound of the dash. They immediately divert their attention back here. Also, see, this is unfortunate timing. They didn't know if anyone was here, like inside, right? The defenders didn't know. So EG, that is why they put up the wall very early when they were here, which is why the wall goes down now. If they knew that there were people behind, they would have obviously opened the wall much later. Yeah. Yeah, halls, yeah, that is, but inconsequential to an extent because BCJ will be found out. BCJ is a very late Georgian Viper. Yes. Georgian Viper? Georgian is on KO, man. It's because of the wall going down that they lose, but they played it very well. The Jet, the win condition was fulfilled, and they almost pulled it off. It's because of the wall going down at an unfortunate timing that they lose this round.
Underneath that from being able to fully stick that defuse. And I have to say, a little bit perplexing there. EG thought maybe we have the time to do this, but I believe Giacomo was still holding on to both his flashes while he was trying to full stick that defuse. And I think
it's okay, man.
Maybe they could have tried to fight more for that cave control, tried to go for the gamble, and it didn't work out in the end. So XSET takes the first round.
Okay. So this time the attackers are expecting a push here, which is why they place an orb, right? It's a very standard setup. Astra's holding from behind. Jet and Viper are also expecting pushes. So all in all, XSET is expecting pushes here. Big fan भैया. Hello Sayan, welcome. कैसा चल रहा है दिव के साथ? See, playing everything very passive. They're expecting easy to push.
Where Aaron's able to get the pick. You see that Marshall online for Def as well. Things looking good for XSET early on. Yeah, and usually on these second rounds, I think it's kind of oversold how people say, oh, the more people you can kill, the better. Like, yes, that's true, but usually the third round, you're not going to have that much going for you anyways. Because XSET decided to go light armor and...
Zeter, hello. Hello, Jay. The Vision is really good, yeah.
So already EG have some pressure over in mid. They don't have a whole lot of util to work with. Has his here on site.
I always liked that. From his CSGO days as well. So this is what Indian teams, Pakistani teams do. If you see Indian teams, Pakistani teams, they play an eco round very slowly. So XSET is basically doing what? I was eating a cake. Beautiful, tasty cake, man. So this is what Indian teams usually do. Some teams. They play the eco run very slowly. They find information bits and pieces. या trades या कहीं पे भी कुछ मिलता है kills. They then since cold F, yeah, exactly. They then pivot to one side, then they burst onto that side. After like cutting the audio, they cut the audio up until here, exactly here, and then they burst onto the side, which is very good. This is what Indian teams, Pakistan teams, many teams, like especially I've seen Indian teams, we do a lot of this. Like we like doing this. The good, decent teams. See, that is a good bait. That is a good bait from Reformed. It earns them one kill. Kyogo doesn't sky on breeze? Yeah, I believe so. I think. See, again, it depends on you guys. I'll tell you very honestly, Sky is for teams that like playing an information heavy game on attack and even on defense. They like to know what's happening, what their opponent is doing, which area they are in, how much time like do they have to react and things like that, which is good. But if you want to play in a different manner, you want to play in a counter manner, like you're going to allow them to come, but as soon as they come, you're going to desecrate them. Then breach and KO are better. KO is better as a counter. Breach is better just because it adds a layer of defense. It adds a layer of robustness to the defense as well. So which is why always classified these three into a very like decent strata sort of, like breach first, then sky, then KO. KO is last just because not many people want to, like, generally don't play to counter. Thoughts on Optic A? It's very good. First of all, Tanish, welcome to the stream. Thoughts on Optic A? Optic A is good, man. He's very good. This match he had some questionable decisions, but I mean, you say the questionable decisions. If it works out, you call them good plays. So there are gambles which make you look stupid if they don't work out. If they work out, you're a genius, right? So again, this is the first full buy for EG. Let's see what they are buying. So they have the full buy, except Reformed is on a single spit. Except they have the entire artillery. Yaboidre has just 3 bullets. Oh, he sold. No, he put his. Okay. This Cryosols is, yeah, man, Cryosols is awesome. Let's look at the setup. Defense persisting with this wall. I feel like this wall is good, but there are other walls that give you more value. It's just like this wall eliminates this point as well, but I would say this wall is better just because it adds a sort of uncertainty while they're entering as well. This is a good retake wall. It's a good retake wall, but it doesn't help any in any manner when they're entering the site. Because normally what happens is this is Viper's wall. This is what they do. So they can segregate fights this area, they can segregate this area, right? But if your wall is this, then they can segregate this area, but then they'll be fearful of what happens. Thoda sa. Okay. They're also opting for Vandals and not going for a bonus round per se, because Def has 150 in the bank. Who are your top 8 from NA groups? I mean, I'd say Cloud9, XSET, Cloud9, XSET, and Optic may be my top 3. Cloud9, XSET, Optic may be my top 3. Top 8. It is very tough. I think V1 are at the edge. They're playing very well right now. The guard again, same. Astra is viable on Breeze. Won't the extra initiator provide more value? So they've gone for the extra initiator. They've gone for a double initiator, double like they've gone for a double initiator and double smokes. They've just sacrificed chamber or cipher. Generally, he is very disciplined, but in match against Rice, he was seeing some questionable things. Maybe they're trying that out, right? Last test viable on extreme initiative. Yeah, I've already answered that. Yes, excellent scene. I'm going to masters. Excellent scene. Yeah, I mean, I like scene and playstyle. I liked Exit personally as a team and team optic. Yeah. But I guess people have to now think about uh, think about Sentinels again. I think they're going to bounce back. V1 is lucky. Yeah, man. V1 after Xander, they've been on a roll again. These Soar players are so good. Kind of, uh, kind of validates the Soar boss's decision to put extreme buyouts or everything, right? Whatever was rumored. I mean, they're this good. Look at Exit. Look at Exit with Cryocells, and look at V1 with Xander.
Instead, some
So
early
yeah,
presence
again,
towards mid. Look at Boostio, how he's there with your boy Dre.
see again, EG. I think so. Love taking control on defense here. See again, they're going for this control thing. They want information. They want control. Turn to players get paid. No keyboard. You like phone entry.
Over by
Yeah, 400k. Imagine. So again, this is early information to see if someone is in this area or not. Right. And again, KO is progressing from mid. These two guys are progressing from here. KO bounce. KO finds out there is one enemy here. Hey, thank you for subscribing, man. Who is it? Who is it? It's getting murky. It got a bit murky. But thank you for subscribing, man. Okay. So now they know that Astra is here, right? Let's see what they do.
Oh, and Def got hit by that knife, so they know there's
Okay.
something there.
Immediately, his teammate comes to protect him. Window where when Ewan did get Odorous, FES was hightailing and they weren't feeling it. Xander was like the perfect piece. Yeah, man. Xander feels like the perfect piece, to be very frank. And Odorous, I feel like it was a jump. It was a way too extreme jump for someone like Odorous. I think he needed more time with the team that he had. And maybe a couple of months later, he could have made that jump. Right now, it was just too early for Odrus. He just wasn't ready. It just didn't feel like someone who's ready to take that step.
Off of that EG, they grab some info. Mentioned
Again, see, taking U hauls so easy, taking U hauls, I mean hauls so easily.
and again just noting some of
And
the
now, see, EG have also recognized this. So they've put a chamber slow here. So it counters. So if someone tries to push beyond the smoke, it immediately counters it. So that is also very good adaptation.
Astra utility here on attack, just smoking all the way back towards Hall, allowing Cryo to get that walk up, not necessarily having to invest a Viper orb or something like this. Although this
Okay, I
will
think they
test
opened the
Cryo a
gate
little bit away. You'll notice
and then they
Cryo
failed
still
back.
pretty far forward position
Smoking it again.
over in mid, just waiting to see if he can catch a rotation on through as he drops yet another star.
Hasn't smoked it yet.
Double door
To
position.
smoke this area again, this is a very good smoke. So I don't really know why we ever persisted with this smoke, even with Omen earlier when we used to play. Snorlax joins EX. Yeah, I saw. Great move, man. I love Snorlax. And this is better, all in all. It eliminates any vision like this, even these angles that were there, it eliminates all of those angles. This is absolutely a very good smoke. That is possible with the Astra. The normal smoke wouldn't be possible with the Astra because it would have gaps above. Again, this is very good. See, re-smoking this again. Can you reliably shock dart chamber slows like teams used to do against a good troopers? You can, but again, it's very risky to spend like shock darts unless you absolutely know. For that, you need to analyze a team or count in order to counter. As a six man, yes.
Willing to commit onto an A site
Again, they're
here.
droning. The drone is broken. Immediately come here. See again. Now these, if this is the wall and this is the wall, it just allows them to take this space very freely, dude. Very freely. I think five men and benching one. Like if some players are unavailable, just don't like plays.
Eye on Def on the middle
Things like
here.
that.
See if he catches any rotations.
Yeah,
Slowly
again,
but
using Astra or to stun this area, which is where some people play. They want to make plays, right? It's very easy to make plays from here. Either Sova, Recons, or KO just pop flashes, and you come out, you take a kill, you fall back. Or if, in case your Jet, just come out, take a kill, and dash back. Which is why they stunned that area. So that is also good.
XSET are threatening this push more and more. You've got Cryo who's at least made his way out. Okay, now they're going to start to funnel out. There was the flank cover that we talked about. Dre's able to push Def.
You know, see, EG are going to isolate. They've isolated Def. Is it also in GX? Yes.
Off of that angle, while XSET and the rest of the attacking team gets a spike down, BCJ manages to
Okay.
straight to. Yeah, and Jogmo
See, I'll tell you this.
slowly but surely, while
See, look at here.
XSET and the rest of the attacking team gets a spike
Always in
down,
pairs.
BCJ
See,
manages
they're aggressing in pairs, right? Even here, they're aggressing in pairs. This is very good. Fundamentally, EG are playing so well.
Ooh, complete straight.
Potter is doing a very good
Yeah,
job here.
Giacomo gets that pick in mid. That's absolutely huge. Right now, you're seeing Aaron try and play the post plant with the mollies, but they have to come out real quick. Second, the same.
See, Zekan was going for the molly, and then probably Aaron told him, "Oh, dude, I've already mollied." Have you noticed that no one is perfectly able to use K1 press on now? Hmm. You know what some teams are smoking, which makes them see Chamber as a jet replacement running zero duelist. Yeah, zero duelist comps on a maps like Breeze. No way. Yeah, I mean KO Cloud9 is using them perfectly. Cloud9 is using KO to the best of its ability, to the best of the agent's abilities, I would say. Let me just check quickly. Yeah, food is on its way. Chambers on order. Second option on replacement. Yeah.
In a 2v4, this is going to be tough. And I thought
See, he goes to jump. Now he throws
that
this.
snake bite would take forever to land. The flash is there, the nade as well. The swing, second. One, two. And then
Uh,
he's just buying time here.
but AG play very well.
Isn't enough of a delay. Foe's going to get the defuse.
In the
Yeah,
balance, he is
it
good.
ends up working out for them. And it seemed like Cryo was trying to play really far forward on that. Only ended up being a one.
I mean, this EG team, they don't have much of a competitive like good. Can 100T come back? Yeah, definitely. Someone has decided to stream. Hey, Shashank, welcome, dude.
For one, ideally you can get that
That is
counter
good. See, fundamentals. You found that Astra was here. You picking her from two angles, right? And then similarly, you found out through the drone someone is here. You're picking them again in pairs. And the chain when yeah, just Kirat. We'll do that tomorrow. Still, XSET have damaged the economy. Yeah, I mean, see, but XSET's economy is also damaged. Trade OG. Yeah, man. Feels so good for Ray, man.
dash out in a situation like that, but EG were
You see Dev's money. You see Dev's money. You see Aaron's money. So their economy is also very damaged.
kind of holding hands in the backside, making sure no man
That
is left
luminosity
behind
team,
on
dude, was
board,
cracked.
being ready to trade in that position. You can see
Good
again.
head, eh? Nice with that. Is it? Is it a good head, eh? What? Is it a good head, eh? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. But anyway, if it is, thank you, man. Pog, welcome to the stream.
XSET were trying to go ahead and win that round.
So now Def is going for.
In this
Again, Marshall is a very good weapon. I'm so sad it didn't do well, man. Same here, dude. Ban Dre a proto, dude. A proto. Proto. That guy, so cracked. See, these guys are at least able to full buy with Boostio on his ult. But here there are issues, right? You have half armor Marshall, right?
next one, but with the way they have been
Now the rises on next level, I feel Superman and Neptune. Yeah, they were next level. They dipped down a bit, but now they're coming back thanks to Zek. Zek is doing a good job there at Rise. Zek was also trialing with some Indian team and whatever, but I'm happy Zek is doing such a good job at Rise, dude. I mean, he's a very talented coach who was part of TSM, then he left TSM, and now he's found a home at Rise, and it seems like they gel well. The players and Zek, they've found chemistry immediately, and if you can bounce off of each other, there's nothing better than that. If the players are comfortable with the coach and the coach, and vice versa, dude, that's the best combination. The results will come. Things will start flowing eventually, even if not immediately. But in case of Rise, it has started. Like the performances have improved and the results have started to come now. I'd say Rise can improve so much more. They have so much like potential.
playing, having a Marshall
A
or a
proto
Spartan
sheriff
on
and
both sides
yeah.
doesn't really matter. The way XSET like to play attack on most
See
of their
again the
rounds,
same setup. So EG
right?
are running a very
Using
consistent setup.
extremities, right? That round it was Def sort of walking up mid, trying to see if he could catch rotation, and really the real game
Again,
comes
again
down to
pushing. See,
okay,
this is a
what
very common
what
theme.
space can they take? What pick can
100%
they
agree.
get? And after that, immediately exploding out.
And I love how much
See,
space
again, they've taken mid control, they've taken this arch control.
on Breeze.
Beautiful.
You talk about
I was doing much better on design, but my placing much better and consistent. Yeah.
how guns have been invested and really the outcome of when things don't necessarily go their way. And as you mentioned, that has them in this
Again, same setup.
weird
Slowly exit converging towards A.
late storm pop.
EG have rotated towards A as well.
Looks like he's testing
Re-smoking that area, but this time Jet knew that there's a possibility no one is there because for 3 rounds in a row there was no one there. What getting which understand vibes well with the team does too. It is heavily underrated. Yeah, Shanks has the aim, but he doesn't perform in zombie so much. I feel on his stream. Yeah, maybe man. Good coaches. Hello, hello. What are you doing? Hi, this man. Hello, Jim is just there free. Let's see. Let's take a look at. I have a few offers. It's just that none of the offers that I currently have include a good project, so to say. Like I'm not excited or interest. Like I am not. I cannot say I'm excited about this project because I want to prove myself or something like that. To follow all the regions, just I follow almost all the regions. Just get a ब्राज़ील इज़ वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट्स हाँ मतलब नाम के ऑफर से हाँ सो वही है One disadvantage of looking of flanks when as they have no sentinel. Yeah, I mean they have no sentinel, but they're compensating. They're compensating that by watching the flanks and then converging in one place. वो बंदे को message किया क्या? Yes, GX Snorlax, beautiful man. Snorlax wherever he goes, will have my support because I love Snorlax. I personally love Snorlax. Everybody knows this. I personally love Snorlax. I have been asking him repeatedly to come into the esports thing. I go on his streams even when I was at RG. I asked him, I told Shaki, we need this guy if he comes. But there are some unfortunate things that have happened earlier, which I won't say, and which everyone almost in the community knows. Uh, Due to which Snorlax now doesn't want to commit fully to uh, esports as a career because there is a lot of uncertainty, and because of the previous happenings he just has a sour taste. We will just give us few weeks time. ESWC 24, yeah, his raw aim is dude. Shashank Snorlax is such a calm player, dude. And no man, what did I say? To me, very personally, I feel like there has to be a player like Snorlax in a successful team. You need a player like Snorlax. I just love like his mentality, his calmness, and everything right now. GX Godspeed Elite.
Enough, he may be rewarded. I like this from Exit though, just cutting noise completely.
Again, converging. This time they
For
want to wait. They're taking their time. See this smoke. Okay, so this is why Astra is so good. You see this and this smoke. It eliminates every possible vision they can have into the site. Every possible vision. The only angle left is this angle. This is beautiful. This is why Astra is so peng man. And this is to clear this, obviously. This is to clear the cubby corner. What's up, dude? Bro, talking and all is fun, but please water review more. I'm very sorry. What's up, dude? I'm going to water more. Yeah, my bad.
instantly got shut down from this cave position. It's one of the reasons why KO can be so strong.
Okay, so
But
KO
the
alt.
second one is so
Okay,
slow.
that ruins all of their plans. The wall is now down. Those smokes are up, so they can still fight. Which is, see, again, that is the beauty of Astro Smokes.
Goodness, they haven't made their way out. They keep him at bay. They don't let him pass.
See, but the information play. See, EG getting all that information of here and this entire area that everything is clean, and XSET having to be wary of the flanks is putting them under so much pressure. They're basically sort of like cornered into one side where they have to hit, and this chaos ult was perfect timing for them. Even though the Astra smokes were up, fight they had to fight immediately. Like they had no option of going back. If you see carefully, see, they had 40 seconds. They can now never fall back. They don't have any vision apart from this dude. One second. पापा फोन लेना ना. हेलो हेलो ये लो ना फोन लो मेरा स्विगी का ऑर्डर देख लो प्लीज. Is the argument for both the sentinel and the second control? I'm kind of split between the. Yeah. Hello Vedant. Hello Vaibhav. था स्विगी से कट गया. So this is why you see they're basically cornered. They have no vision. They have no information. Now they can never fall back. This is all they know. They have vision थोड़ा सा इधर इतना दूर का. ठीक है, and then they have no vision whatsoever. They don't even know if there is a flank coming or has come already. This is all they have. This pocket is all they can see right now. This and this. बाकी पूरा map is EG's. Imagine so much information, so much map shrunk or shrinked, whatever you say.
Is, but what can they do with it? There's any balls. My goodness, they haven't made their way out. They keep him at bay. They don't let him pass at all.
Throw the Viper on the right. They end up shooting down XSET, and that was a round where there was effectively.
Slightly different look out of XSET at the beginning of the round, and honestly, same goes from EG. We've seen the knife put towards mid.
Any mid pressure, any
Okay, again, same walls, but this time I believe they're going for some aggression. Look at the economy, absolutely torn. XSET's economy is down. EG have their full buy once again because of the last round now. आज controversy करूँगा और reach करूँगा. Damn Webber, nice. And look at this time they're finally realizing that, oh, we have to take some control, and they're finally going towards mid, which is what they intended to do on the first round as well.
Not really any going
Unless any different is that they have very good aim and that helps them. Yeah.
back for XSET, and EG were able to punish effectively.
Slightly different look out of XSET.
See, now they know there's some presence here.
At the beginning of the round,
They're playing very aggressively.
from EG, we've seen the knife put towards mid or towards elbow at the beginning of the previous rounds. This time, a bit more.
Skew is playing very aggressively. It's very dangerous as well because Sir big fan. Hello Warpeg, welcome. Wake up babe, Pakistani salary, love for a name material dropped. Damn. This is very dangerous. This is a very dangerous position because if they put on the wall and if KO just puts his knife, like it's done. Hi Chitra, welcome. Welcome to the stream.
The close angles, right when your opponents don't have guns, because you know they're going to come around with the classic and right click, and you're not going to have any fun. Breeze, very different story. You don't want to take fights against the marshals.
Again, they're slowly converging. Viper will also fall back to A side. The defender KO does well, but Def here. Again, which is why I said this position is horrible. This position is horrible. Hydrate Surgery. I saw region really lacks significant mid-round presence. What are your views? Yeah, man, I said region just lacks some basics. Couldn't join us, but I'm sure I'll have fun. Yeah, thanks. Exclamation like second time I told you last time. Saw you on, yeah. Marshall price should be increased. Definitely, dude. Marshall price is cracked. It makes no sense. Marshall's current price makes no sense. So, but they don't know the Vipers there. Nice.
They can find space. They can buy enough time to take this round away.
Oh yeah, look at the utility. Double shocks, one Molotov.
I mean, here they've absolutely, I think so, except like EG are in panic mode right now this round. Yup. And man.
Very well, thrifty round win for XSET, and then really on top of it.
वो तो हम लोगों को आता नहीं मार्शल यूज करना इसलिए डू लाइक दिस ओह इधर यूज नहीं होता उतना और भी होता है I'll come back to that Aditya. I'll show you the entire economy. So I think so this is the thing. Many team players, official players also don't know about the economy and how much do they get, how much they don't. Okay, I'll show you. But let's talk about this round, okay, for a moment. You know why they lost this round? They lost this round because of the KO's positioning. Their KO is stationed here. There is no cover at all for him. Viper was watching to an extent either, but as soon as Viper falls towards the side, there is no one watching this flank. Def just ups and kills the KO. And after that, because of this wall, again, they've segregated because they're playing a retake wall. When you know the opponent doesn't have economy, there's no point playing a retake wall. Then you play a control wall. Then you better play a control wall. 1K special. What is 1K special? Then you play a control wall and not this wall, right? Which is why you look at
Ball that BCG
live
was
history.
playing with a Marshall.
I will do it.
Caves with
Tomorrow
just
only.
1 point away
We'll
from
do it.
having that Hunter's Fury online. There's a window in which he's able to get a kill and have that be an additional safety valve if needed. So for XSET, it worked, and things seem
How XSET
Yeah, it should be an instant $50 bonus, and the guy who had killed kids of anything. Motherfucker really died toasting. How bad are you? Damn, killer. Hot takes. But yeah, so around where EG had to play the normal way, where how they were playing, but they tried to change it up, and that sort of, you know, they played into XSET's hand. मेरे को edit करने दो. हाँ भाई बिल्कुल बिल्कुल दूंगा. So they played into XSET's hand here. And what happens here in turn is very unfortunate because 3v3, the situation I would say is still in EG's favor, but Viper gets her ult and she immediately pops the ult, denying any vision of this area. And the beautiful thing about it is that the other players don't play inside the ult. This is a round where you would like normally you would say that you have to play inside the Viper ult, play inside the Viper ult, your Viper result. But no, this is where they were absolutely brilliant. By not playing inside the Viper ult, they have more vision of what is coming and what isn't. And that is what makes them win the round. The 3v3, the extra commitment of the Viper ult, now that they know they have a chance, a realistic chance. What agent I think is the best to feed ult points to in this comp? I'd say uh very honestly, if you are playing KO, like it's good. The highest priority I would say is definitely remains Jet. Not that Agent Man is coming soon for comp. No, it isn't coming at least in the next year or so. Hopefully it comes, but it isn't coming. Not yet. So again, that's the thing. I would say in terms of feeding the alt, I'd say Jet remains the number one priority, followed by KO if you have KO. If you're playing Chamber, it can be a priority as well, but not in attack, I would say. Um, so it's, again, completely up to you, but I guess economy plays a very important role in when you have a 13, like when you play MR13. What about feeding to Astra or alt wall seems 16 broken? I guess, but the thing is, in an open map like Breeze, I guess there are many counters to Astra's ult, which is why I wouldn't personally prefer it. With a good. दिखाओ दिखाओ. Jalapeno cheeseburger, pasta arrabbiata, some garlic bread, brownie, and veggies. And this is most likely salsa for the jalapeno. Most likely salsa for the jalapeno. So yeah,
played
let's
that
move on to
way.
this round now.
Other rounds where they've used their utility a little bit early, but almost because it was Nico for them, like, okay, we'll just play contact, see what Def can
On
do.
this time, Viper ults very aggressively,
If you're in a close plan, and you've got
taking control.
everything available. Now a little bit more of a standard round from XSET is.
So now that XSET's default, this was kind of XSET's default, go to default, is sort of blocked. Let's see what they do.
Over on that B site, but again, we'll have to see whether or not XSET can work through this Viper's pit, because usually you'd say just go ahead and drop.
This time EG don't push. They know they're playing aggressive at A, so they don't push towards B. This is good.
I feel so miserable, and I think that's one of the reasons
Sova is playing passively at halls, but there's no one watching mid. Again, they've left the entirety of mid wide open.
He throws his dart out when you're trying to hit a site, and all of your info is just immediately gone. So you can't really do that these days.
This time they're converging toward B. So I think XSET pretty much very standard setups on attack. They have Astra ult instead of using, because they've already used the Viper ult at A. They use the Astra ult as the pseudo Viper ult, as the pseudo Viper setup. Beautiful. Again, 5-man. So they're playing to very like basic things. Playing very basic stuff.
And this is the power of having Astra in your comp. They put the Viper wall down on A early. It gets countered by the enemy Viper ult. They say, wait a second, we've actually got another bigger, better wall on this Astra.
I think saving is the best option here for them.
That down over by B. You have all these smokes, concusses, sucks, everything to work with on the site too, and can really enable.
XSET is just basically playing 5-man here.
Privy has a great time hunting down ops that are trying to hunker down and hide in the back of sites, with all of the utility being thrown their way and even being revealed by the Sova. It is a
No, we definitely will. Not in 20 years. In 5-6 years maybe. We'll definitely will.
What you mentioned right at the beginning, Ender, is the case for an Astra on Breeze. It's little things like this that, again, just kind of highlight the efficacy that comes from having her.
Yeah. So let's look at potentially the weakness, right? It's that, oh, you actually don't get to run, a Sentinel in your composition. I know some teams, like Sonics, I believe, were trying to not run the Jet and were trying to run a Chamber instead, which I think can make some sense.
And I'll show you the thing about why XSET plays this way.
With a comp like this, but XSET are no strangers to not actually running Sentinels. They do it on a lot of different maps. They won't run it on Bind, they won't run it on Split, and you saw.
So to speak, as the
second will be thrown in with some away from Fro and
Yeah. There's a massive market publishers or tiers समझाओ कोई आ जाएंगे. Okay, so the finally learned. EG finally stopped making the retake wall. Finally making the information deny or control deny wall. पर Astra से ज़्यादा revenue इधर से आएगा. Revenue not sure, but yeah. Astra this time has 2 orbs here. Nice. 1 orb placed here. They're expecting some aggression. Again, the first round default. So, XSET just running defaults thus far. This time Viper smokes here. Nice. Again, EG taking mid and elbow control. Very, like, this is basically a game like a battle of defaults in the first half. Now KO gets info. EG, the entire EG also gets info, but this time they have people coming from halls. That is the advantage. This is just individual. This is individual prowess. The rest is individual prowess. What the beautiful thing was, even though EG had this area, they merged from A site and halls and they pinched these guys. So they took basically entire A side control. Now they don't know if there's someone at CT or not, which is why they don't come out from U halls. They don't come out from halls immediately. They're staying there for a while and then they come out. Once they realize that there are 3 people coming from it, and then Zekin does Zekin.
That's an eco round come through from EG, but make no mistake, Zekin is a sick KO player. He'll play entry, especially when.
But then now change the setup, which is good. Viper is playing B now. Chamber is playing towards A. I guess Chamber has his ult. Yeah, which makes sense. Makes sense. Chamber and KO playing here. And 3 of them converge towards B, even though Sova recons and they find no one there. I guess Sova will now 17 by the way. Exactly, dude. Again, this time now XSET have adapted to taking aggressive halls, like aggressive halls control. They know they're getting halls for free.
That's a good trade. The Hunter Fury's gonna come out
Nice
as
one.
well.
Even though it's a trade, it's advantage to XSET because they now have full control.
Trades and ultimates, there's trades and utility. They don't fully commit.
The thing with EG is EG know that all XSET is doing so far is going for 5-man pushes. So they know when they show presence here and kill players here, that's definitely A. So they all have rotated. But now look at XSET.
Seconds absolutely pinned here in the corner. Can't
They're
let
trying
him
to
get
help
away
KO
with
here.
the flash. They're gonna know he's still hiding there, but BCJ comes around to help him out. They're gonna get that
And
trade as Zekin does.
as this happens, Astra is absolutely running and taking this control.
He
See,
gets the pick off of knowing Bustio was in halls.
this is why def is so crucial. Like,
Boy, that's pretty. And we saw Def in this position a couple of rounds ago, but on the opposite side, his job is to cut off rotations to make sure there's no flanks coming through, and he does so well in this round to cut that early wave off. But now the rest is going to be wrapping in through defender spawn. We'll see if he chooses to reflank the flank, so to speak, as the rest of the members of XSET get towards B. The spike is going to go down at the hands of BCJ, unless Foe has something to say about it. It delays it, at least for now. I don't know that he's not going to get
bait out the ult. Nice. Look at Astra. Look at where she's playing. Absolutely beautiful.
Tried to play for the tag, but was really trying to kill that planter. Now XSET
Only we need to react to help you. Yes, Nikhil.
of their own to work with, just hiding in backside, and again, Def from tunnel is going to be almost impossible to clear. XSET have such a good position in this post plan.
going for it. I thought they
Beautiful.
You mentioned Def being almost impossible to clear, and so far so good. It's just Dre.
That micro adjustment was
You mentioned he's choosing to go for
what you can see that in teams which are very good fundamentally, which have a good IGL, so to say.
XSET, all things considered, just stringing these rounds together, and I do feel like attacking on Breeze can sometimes be difficult, and I think a lot of that can come down to the solo controller pickup. Just having a Viper, her utility is so committal. Once you throw that wall, you're not getting it back up. So a lot of the times when you're rotating, late into a round, deciding to go to the opposite side,
They've,
you end up losing out.
they've opted for the
a single player.
retake wall once again, but this will be interesting. EG are going for that B aggression. हमारी ऐसी first shot aggressive कब आएगी? By what time आएगी? Although the aim in South Asia is very good, I'd say. Excuse me, currently. But this time XSET is going for that B hit, so it will be very early confrontation.
Kills with a solid anchor performance, but just not the same thing here for XSET. Very strong on the fly and getting some kills here to start things off too.
And that's the same look that we saw in VOD Geniuses on the pistol, right? It was that exact same setup. There was nobody there to contest it the first time. This time, there was a bit of action, and they managed to take care of Cryo on the way, but... Well, okay. That's certainly going to help. No shot. Dre's good for 3 here. He still has 2 shots left.
Good individual decision making from Yabot right there.
Look at the flank. Look at the flank. Look where Jogamo is.
He's in a great position. He sees the spike, but he won't be able to see any of these players on the attacking side. Def has worked through tunnel. Reformed over by Arches. It could be huge. Reformed finds him, and your boy Dre is good for
Just literally individual brilliance.
And it opened, it really kind of worked around that opening pick on a Cryo, right? Catching him an elbow, trading damage here was enough. I mean, look at Zekin. Zekin was weak through that. And at that point, if you're doing damage, that's ideal. But the fact that not only they got a kill, they dealt some damage, and then Dre did this, really just kind of set up the round for EG to kind of take it right out of XSET's hands.
Oh yeah, and I wonder if EG can take a small learning from this, and it has been that XSET have been very quiet on their utility early in the round, right? Like they're dry peeking.
See, it's a very good example of why you should not segregate, you should not separate before you clear up the entire site. They took the site for granted, except if you look at it here. See, after they get the Sova, right? You see, the drone is coming. See now how they separated KO and Viper. This should not ideally happen. They're giving him isolated fights. Obviously, Yabardre's decision making is top tier here, but XSET made that happen. There's no reason why KO should plant himself here before the entire site is theirs. They know for sure that Chamber was there.
Great position. He sees the spike, but he won't be able to see any of these players.
Dre did this.
Their utility and early in the
Okay, now that the back on full buys, both the teams, they've gone to their normal first round defaults.
round, right?
You'll see, yeah, you'll see EG taking mid and
And just
elbow control. Oh, this time they're aggressing very early into the mid.
again, Boostio is trying to push up
Okay.
towards mid here.
They don't know though that Cryo is there. Again, opening new halls. So this is their previous default where they just show presence in halls, but they don't go halls. The later micro adjusted to absolutely going into halls and taking that first pick.
Take a peek, and one instance got a kill, a second got drop, but this time Cryo getting a little antsy mid. Lucio has to dash away, 2 HP left. Oh, where's the follow-up? There it is. Oh, BCJ had backup as well. It wasn't just them, there were layers to the layers, my friends, as XSET get all that they want. Here in the opening moments of this round, a 5v3 in favor of the attacking side.
Man, Boostio and your boy Dre have been hunting down mid to try and get that duo play to work out with them for so many rounds, and there haven't been enough players.
Can't really say much here, dude.
Kill. The first round, we actually see it. It's X that absolutely shut them down. Cryo takes down Reformed, who's just
This is good. This is good initiative from EG, but this is again
it's a prime
Except just reading them. Anyone suggest me a site for an ace? I'm going to make it in Blender. For an ace?
It was pretty too, man, and
Hello guys, can you guys see me? Yeah, so it's working. I don't know if the chat is working or not, guys. Please write something in the chat. Is the chat bugged? No, I can see Nightbot messages. Okay, I think it's good. I think we're good to go. So what happens here is,
to push up towards mid.
after this, see chamber peak, chamber will peak. Yeah, thank you, Nikhil.
2 rounds remaining in this half.
this is cheeky. We've mentioned in the last few rounds, Cryo would be the one to drop the switch.
क्या हाल चाल भैया? Hello, loafer. Hi, Achit. Welcome back, everyone. I'm sorry. See here, the two jets battle. This guy is unknown, so he thinks he can peek and take jet down. At the same time, XSET's cavalry has also arrived.
Dash away, 2 HP left. Oh, where's the follow-up? There it is. Oh, BCJ.
This is where they lose the round.
It wasn't just them, there were layers to the
क्या हुआ था? नेट यार नेट नेट का प्रॉब्लम और क्या ही हो सकता है हमारे यहाँ.
EG. We're getting
क्या हाल चाल लोफर? Okay. Can I play this? Let me just refresh my dashboard. Yeah. So now look at this. They've again opted for Viper at B. But since they don't have much money, they're looking to go for one-sided aggression.
I mean, you notice BCJ just 1 point away from having.
Jet installs himself here without anyone watching. Again, this is because they know that XSET are actively trying to gain Hall's control after smoking this area, opening the doors, sometimes pushing through it, sometimes peeking through it, sometimes falling back, most of the times falling back. So this is a very instant counter that they've proposed. On the other hand, KO's knife now through KO's knife they know that there are two people here, so it's not their usual A default.
Having access to the Hunter's Fury could be something XSET are looking for. As we do see a new look for them. They haven't put a lot of attention over towards elbow early on, and this is one of the rounds EG aren't trying to fight for that area themselves. So it will be these 3 players again. Aaron to sort of watch that AK if there's any early try to set up sort of a split hit over onto this B site if they want.
Again, XSET play very slowly, very methodically, almost all of their defaults,
Free passage up through tunnel.
And there's just no
which is something I love.
getting here.
They're giving their
From Aaron
players the time to read situations
alone to get
through information and
see
everything.
anything. Oh, but it may not matter. Okay, Joji, he falls.
Nice.
CJ does as well, but
So
he's in a spot where he may be able
look, see, look here. Look at what they do here.
to double doors. They didn't see anything. Oh, but it may not matter. Okay, Joji, he falls.
Astra is here. Look at KO and Viper. Immediately taking positions of value, but splitting in the process, and that haunts them. That haunts them.
Shut that
Sorry.
one down. Aaron on the lurk up through mid. A little bit unfortunate. Actually, Jogmo times out. Couldn't get an assist. Reformed though. Says I don't need a
I'm going to make a custom ace in Blender. Oof.
It comes down to a little bit of XSET playing that contact game at the start, right? Maybe not necessarily like flashing their way in, trying to take the first fight without giving information over. Can sometimes be a blessing because catch your opponents by surprise that time around with this game at the start, right? Maybe not necessarily like flashing their way in, trying to take the first fight without giving information over. Can sometimes be a blessing because catch your opponents by surprise that time around.
Okay, Viper this time ults B. Very good. Aggressive B ult. Although Jet is a bit too passive for my liking.
It was the Viper's pit that was used A. This time it was on B. Jogamo got the early tag with the knife into K.
XSET still playing the default, returning to the default now.
Do around this. You see the blades storm
Split
online.
B would look good at night. Ooh.
Looks like they're going to try to pinch around. So you imagine the door. Yeah, the door is going to go up. There goes the ult as well. The 100 series coming online. Cryo's only able to get one, but Fall goes massive. He drops two from XSET. Aaron working around, able to land the shot. One tries to snap around for the
When EG play the information game well. See.
He's taking full hall control. Looks like they're going to try to pinch around. So you imagine the door. Yeah, the door is going to
Also, this duel was very important. Poe here getting both of them was very important. Even though Iron comes, by the time Iron comes, KO is already in a position to trade. Say, trade. So Astra has the Viper wall conditioning. Yeah, exactly, Cruiser.
somehow managed to get on. Decided to get the spike down anyway.
KO body times out. BCJ fighting over that new box. What a mess. Dev stuck in this 1-3 now.
On any other day, it would have been a 2v2. BCJ just whiffs here, unfortunately, but that was a good 1v1 isolated fight here.
Decided to get the spike down anyway.
KO body times out. BCJ fighting
Would have been a very quick 2v2.
what a mess. Dev
Maybe the players coming from mid would have been able to. One second, guys. Cruiser, you suggest. Yeah, Nikhil's suggestion was good, guys. Okay. A place. I think Nikhil's suggestion is good for night. Although you need you need a place where the camera is visible, like the sky is visible. When you're in underground fracture, I don't know what, but underground would not look good on. Like in the night, like night, you need an open sky. Something like Icebox Breeze would be so much better. Like Icebox B side would be perfect. Yes, I don't breeze on icebox. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's half time, so I'm just trying to eat something because it's 7:05. Yeah. A breeze is also nice. Icebox B is possibly, I think so, the best. Though Icebox B is definitely the best. Hi Nikhil. Moonpie is returned.
Oh, one good, but they
Hi SJ.
And EG,
Okay.
have to say, Jog
Okay, let's take a look at XSET's B. XSET's breeze setup for defense. If it's hmm. You should watch EG Split. It looks pretty good. Yeah, I have watched EG Split. I think it's very good. EG, like it's a very. I come and go. Yes. Breeze airs, water, stairs, all shaders, small bridge, everything. Yeah. It will take a super long time. Yes, Vaibhav, obviously. मेरे edit करते मेरा screen बना दिया.
knows KO, finding the timings for both the ultimate and those knives, shutting
Okay.
down utility
So
from
they're
Astra.
taking.
XSET just
So unlike EG, who focused more on taking control towards mid and elbow, they're prioritizing halls, which is good.
brute forced their way onto the site a couple of times, and EG were able to come out
I
on
feel like
top.
halls is a very
Just
constricted area where you can take fights
on
easily
the attacking
without
side
having to
of
worry about
things
other corners
for EG.
or angles.
They're already on site. Again, it's just a full 5-player retake coming through from the defenders.
shock dart. They've done a little bit, yeah. See Jogamo took a good bit of damage there, but the spike, as you mentioned, has already been planted. It's ticking
Definitely.
away. Shock dart.
For EG. Down to the site a couple of times, and EG
But
were
they
able to
see
come
the
out
U-Hauls
on
thing
top.
and they just
Let's see
follow the
what
drone
they
and
do
enter.
here on the attacking side of things for EG.
See, the beautiful thing about this is
Again, it's just a full
they have
5-player
chamber,
retake
so
coming
they don't
through from
have
the
to think about
defenders.
flanks or anything. Hello, Gospel. Hello, Rift.
Shock dart. They've done a little bit, yeah. See
And this
Jogamo
wall is so much
took a
better.
good bit of damage there.
This exit wall is so much better for retakes.
It's ticking away.
Easily better.
Ooh, look at that
Getting the
retake
heck out
wall.
of dodge. Yeah, but what can they do around it? Look, Zekin's already gotten onto it. Fall with the dart should get some
They've
decent damage.
smoked it, so they
So
can't.
much more
Yeah.
around that he can't effectively
Another
defend
beautiful
it.
thing about
Spike
Astra.
plays back. The defuse comes through anyway.
Another beautiful thing about Astra. Look at what they do.
But the spike, as you mentioned, has already been planted. It's ticking away.
Astra smokes
Ooh,
the
look at that
Getting the
retake
heck
smokes
out
the
of
spike.
dodge. Yeah, but what
KO
can they
just
do?
diffuses it.
Look, Zekin's already gotten onto it. Fall with the dart should get some decent
Won't even be able to see in
damage. So
recon.
much more in front of him that he can't effectively take care of everything around him. Dre plays back. The defuse comes through anyway. With two players alive on the side of EG, they do that thing.
Can't do anything, man.
We
That
literally
wall
just
plus
went
that
into like a
smoke,
different reality,
very good.
like in the multiverse, just straight up. Round one,
What about the chemistry is kind of
absolutely
disbalanced?
destroyed.
Yeah,
Taking
Rift. I mean,
away EG.
I won't say chemistry is disbalanced. They're just a new team, right? So you have to take into account that they're just a new team. And that's because EC1 is is IGLing, right? If you go back to the Fish 123 squad, that is how they used to play. Like you guys obviously remember Fish 123, right? First of all, man, this is a nightmare to eat with a spoon.
G on defense, they were going to play five-man retake, and then they tried to full stick.
The OG
This
liquid as well,
time,
yeah.
we have a retake. They break it second with an
Again, pretty much almost the same setup,
can't see down in it. It's
but
not
this time they're prioritizing mid control, sort of.
going to take that round.
At least looking into
Man, it was
what is
pretty
happening
simple.
at
You
mid.
could tell XSET knew what they wanted to do. They had
He's
the
slowly
ability
creeping towards mid, taking mid control.
to perfection
Viper,
using the pistol
and
rifle.
so are the anchors, sort
An
of.
advantage here. You see, Evil Geniuses does have two marshals to work with, though. See if they can capitalize on it in any really way, shape.
Now, the Jet is in a very good position, even if they want to cross and move over to B from where they are.
So in round two, even after losing round one, he's at 4 of 7. So
I think Sova realizes that. He's just casually peeking the elbow push, and maybe he knows or he's aware that there might be some sort of push at mid as well. See, look at the oranges thing. It's just so broken, man. This oranges peak is broken.
That was awkward. Saw a couple of heads there. Got plenty of info.
The Astra smoke absolutely denies them info. Now they have to push. They go into the meat grinder.
Okay, folks. I want you to take a learning today because we saw it earlier in our first best of 3 as well. Don't scope on the Marshall. It's just look, it's a long range shotgun. That's all it is. It one shots everything. It's surprising, startlingly accurate. Just absolutely insane how accurate that thing is when not scoped in. So in any time you're in like a mid range situation, you don't have to scope that thing. Keep your field of view. You're gonna be a-okay, and we just got a masterclass on that.
Also, I don't know who's observing in POVs, but the fact that they got all four.
It's just so small. Yeah. See, slowly as people realize how each map is played, they will also come to the realization that Astra is way overpowered right now. Astra is way overpowered, dude.
That was gorgeous. Very well done.
Again, almost the same setup.
XSET get to 9. It's Pressy. Shout out to my boy Pressy. That was.
They're taking U-Haul's control this time, EG. With the Viper smoke, they don't have Astra.
In the brains, the players able to figure that one out.
So are playing very aggressively thanks to the Astra smoke there. This looks like an A split.
Again, because XSET do not have a sentinel, there's no chamber trip, there's no cypher trip in the
Everyone knows now Astra is S tier. Yeah. But S tier and cracked, this difference. Oh,
they were on attack.
Dev gets caught out.
Form gets opener on the def. No Astra util to speak of for the rest of this round. You have to remember XSET is on the still.
Yeah, they fall back. They know they'll have to play on the retake now.
Should work with while EG on much more firm footing. Rugbo gets a spike down. Dre spots second, jumping around and lands the shots on.
Almost.
Large amount of damage out there. Your boy Dre taken down to just 25 HP, and Jogmo playing very far.
Nice flash and peek.
And you know the truth is.
Again, halls. This is why some teams have learned to prioritize halls. Halls is very important. Halls and mid. These are the two areas that make or break your round on breeze.
Clean fashion, right? Like they didn't drop any weapon, carry that armor in as well. So this is.
We saw A main or B your KO knife again. She
Okay. So this time EG is most probably going to go towards B. They've changed the setup. Now Viper is towards A. KO is watching halls because they've now learned that that EG likes taking halls. 2 out of the 3 rounds they've taken halls. I feel like the anyone could play the yeah. The rest pretty much the same. They're most likely trying to play like retake towards B, exit, and they're pressuring. They'll want to take more information and vision towards halls and A.
be anywhere. She's usually just in outer space looking at the stars.
See,
the
those
whatnot. I don't
the
think
Jet is
they're
watching mid.
more than
So
leaving
essentially, the
the
B
side
side is
intact.
there,
And
ripe for the
looks like
taking,
they're gonna find a
and
lone knife here
X side are just going to play for the retake. Yeah.
Jogamo channeling that ult early on. You mentioned they bust onto B and they managed to do so really at the cost of very little.
5-5 retake. Let's see how the
They
retake.
did it, but
Essentially, I would want a 1-3-1. So Astra coming from
really any
the elbow area.
at this point,
Uh,
Exit are going to be able to approach this thing
the
from a
three
really
people,
good
yeah.
vantage
So
point.
this is what they're doing.
With light armor, Zekken's already taken a substantial amount of damage, and I love this from Evil Geniuses. They're taking the fight to their
See, this is
doorstep,
good.
and Exit
Evil Geniuses are not sitting and giving them room to come to them.
Absolutely
They're
insane.
taking the fight to them, which is
Pushing over towards
again a
the
very
main
good thing.
map. Gonna get a rude awakening here with Jogamo if the shots.
This is very good.
approach this thing from a 5
See,
little, right? Like there's nobody contesting. They did invest some
this
usage.
flash peek again. They did that in the previous round as well to push CT. They do this again. Previously for A, this time for B.
With light armor, Zekken's already taken a substantial amount of damage, and I love this from Evil Geniuses. They're taking the fight to their doorstep, and Exit's been picked apart up until this point.
Oh, absolutely insane. Boostio feeling it, pushing over towards.
Loader exec by EG, yeah. Even more than the exec, it's the post plant. And I'll show you something about XSET after the match. I just came across that like right as I was finding the Twitch word, I came across this. I'll show you. Cryo playing in a very like good area for Shorty.
Seen really just this weekend already how dang good these players can be with those pistols. It's certainly not the same fight.
I don't know. I mean, I always want my team to be proactive in an eco round and not just play default 2-1-2 or 3-1-1 or 1-1-1-2 or something like that. It's very like not ideal. It's far from ideal what they're doing. Like according to my opinion.
Quick to rotate on over here and actually get some good information with that. I do like Aaron trying to push in through the orb, dodge away from that utility.
Nice, Cryo getting that kill.
XSET put together a couple of kills here with the shorty in the classic.
And that's what you were saying, right? Like you don't want to take those tight corner fights for that reason. Cryo was sitting there with the shorty. You walk around the corner, you get your head blown off. That's exactly what happened.
वेपन डिस्क्रिपेंसी यहाँ पे सामने देखने को मिल रही है.
If you will, EG managed to reestablish control of the round. They get the spike down. Seconds, only one alive. He's got a sheriff. He has no health. He falls. EG get to 8. Now Exit should be able to respond with weapons of their own.
Exits like retakes are very iffy, I would say. Exit retakes are something they need to work on. Even statistically, I'll show you.
Cryo has gone ahead and purchased himself the operator. Looks to be posting up around mid if he wants to maybe go for that elbow push. I know in a couple of rounds ago when he had that off, he tried to late push elbow, see if anyone was going to be trying and flanking in to make it a split beat.
You've already shown the Viper wall. EG have shown the Viper wall, but they're playing a very default setup this time. For XSET, they're again doing the same thing, except the faces are different. There are different agents on different angles, but they're pretty much playing the same. Jed is angling towards the mid area, watching for any player, spotting any player out. KO is playing towards B now. Instead of A, Viper is at A. Sova is also at A, just like they were. I mean, Def said back in only the retakes want that. Yeah, exactly. The retakes are something they have to work on, especially on Breeze. And Astra is just poking a hole into the Hall's vision.
Didn't end up being the case. GG, like you were talking about, went for that very aggressive spawn push, which did some serious damage to them. But again, EG, they have identified the weakness. They are just continuing to sort of peek around this Hall's area, see what they can get done, and if there's going to be any overstepping from XSET. Look how far forward Cryo has pushed himself now to see if there is going to be that late B rotation. He would have the angle to spot.
See, again, this is what Chamber provides. This is why some teams like to play Chamber. Look at Jet. He can't push. He can't do anything right now. He has no vision of mid. He can't go here because he'll be immediately slowed down and spotted. This is a beautiful angle for him, but he couldn't do much apart from this.
Cryo even knows there's a trip down here, so they're going to feel so comfortable walking on through this opening.
They don't even check. Oh, info. My goodness, he spotted one. The drone is a second. Oh, there it is. There he
Nice.
manages to take care of.
Immediately, EG go there and
That's a big kill. You see pressure
take B side control. An op, so does he need to do much? No, I'm saying normally. Even if he didn't have an op, he wouldn't have been able to push. Like in this case, he has an op. Even if he was without an op, he couldn't do much there. Maybe break it, fall back.
one of his own. Keep an eye on BCJ. He's on the flank as well.
Because that is an angle you can't even updraft over it
Now they're going to be able to wrap
properly.
EG and trap him in.
He's there so quickly. You also have Def over in elbow, so they're going to let the spike go
Yes,
down on
that's
the
what.
ground.
That's what I said.
As for the retake, they do have a dart, but I don't know if BCJ.
But see the stark contrast, Cruiser. See EG, how they played on defense. They could push absolute areas. They pushed elbow, they pushed mid to such a large degree. They shrunk XSET's map by a very large margin. XSET won just because their again their post plants are good. XSET's post plants and XSET's win condition is that they get the plant down. Once they get the plant down, their win percentage skyrockets. I'll show you.
Wants to
This is why they group up and hit one side.
shoot that immediately. He'd love to see someone try and fight him here, and he does have eyes.
Even here in this map, the rounds that they've lost mostly due to the fact that they've segregated themselves. Yeah.
Chamber TP, so if these two players can force your boy Dre to TP, he can get that
That
kill.
was big, man. That was so big. But BCJ and Def both fall. It just falls onto Aaron. Is that going to be enough? One. Pushing his way forward. Time running out. Options limited as well. Trying to play off of any information he can get. And he onto Aaron. Is that going to be enough? One.
Have eyes on that chamber TP, so if these two players can
So it's still a 3v3, but look at how they peak again.
I don't know if BCJ wants to shoot that immediately. He'd love to see someone try and fight him here, and he does have
Very
eyes
true.
on that chamber TP. So if these two players can force your boy Dre to TP, he can get that kill.
They're very proactive. EG are very proactive in their post plans, which I find is very good.
Onto Aaron. Is that going to be enough? One. Pushing his way forward. Time running out. Options limited as well. Trying to play off of any information he can.
Things happened in that onto a site. Didn't do any.
Okay. XSET don't have much money. They're trying to, I think so, go for some aggression towards A. Passively again, they're leaving the B side for retake, which I find very disturbing because they're not good on retakes.
Sort of hunting, they stayed hunkered down. They made sure they were in positions to hold the entrances onto site and trade for one another. They didn't give XSET a lot of those one-on-ones that could have gone their way.
EG with 4 ultimates to their name in this round, and from XSET, they may not have much as far as guns, they may not have much as far as ultimates, but what they have managed to take at least early in this round is space. 4 ultimates to their name.
Hold the entrances onto site and trade for one another. They didn't give XSET a lot of those one-on-ones
Yeah.
that could have gone their way.
EG with 4 ultimates to their name.
This is very good from Def. He's using his smokes, and this is the first time he's doing it, so they won't expect it either.
They may not have much as far as ultimates, but what
Again, the same. These walls from XSET are very good. These are actually true retake walls.
already onto Boostio. How much more can they get though?
Yeah, Zekin even falls back after they get that kill. Like, no, we have numbers advantage. Let's just try and play a 5-on-4. No matter what we have in our hands. But you can't peek into this chamber operator. His presence is detected, and Jogamo just continues to try and farm up those ult orbs. He's only one away now, and can try and reaggress into halls. They have to be a little bit concerned because the last time there was an eco of XSET, there was just a shotgun sitting up there, so they don't want to push all the way down in that area. But I think even with Cryo's position, he can sort of
And look at how they're playing the 5v4.
jiggle here and try and see if there's going to be a rotation back towards B, which isn't going to come through. They're going to walk straight back into this A side. Can the knife hit Aaron? That's the question. shut that all down, and they can't. The wall's going to be able to come up. This is huge for the eco.
Still some time. The Hunter's Fury comes out. Death dancing around the utility before him as Aaron does it.
See again.
Shut that
Look
all
here.
down, and they can't. The wall's going to be able to come up. This is huge for the eco.
Look at Viper.
Still some time. The Hunter's Fury comes out. Death dancing around the utility before him.
Look at Viper's position. Thanks to this wall.
His Hunter Fury manages to take care of one, but they're far from out of the woodworks. EG fall apart. XSET take the round away.
The way they play the 5v4 is how it should be played normally.
Seeing whether or not you get wall potentially vulnerable.
Really, right? Like it's a
Lost out on.
So again, the preemptively showing their Viper wall, EG, and this is the default again, playing the default. XSET on the other hand, this time they're playing 3 at B, they played 3 at A earlier. They expect that this time there will be a reaction and they will try to take more control towards B.
These are all things EG is going to be trying to think about.
So one thing I find interesting is both teams. There are a lot of rounds where both teams just try to just end up leaving mid. See, the mid is absolutely ripe for the taking.
Cryo.
Even on the first half, we saw a couple of rounds where mid was absolutely left alone.
defense. You know they have the money for it. No way you push back into that angle.
Okay, EJ have returned to their default, which is taking Hall's control.
Trying to rotate out. And these early drones actually as an answer, trying to get some Hall's information. Not often you see Sova having to use so much utility.
Now they know that there's at least 2 people here, is what he's expecting. So
It's big, right? It wasn't a waste of information. He know he had the tag with the drone on one, and then he
Look at the
darted, saw
util.
that got cleared out.
ooh, they've cleared the entire halls with this. Beautiful.
Played by XSET.
That's so
They've pushed EG absolutely back. They're like, no, we don't want to give you this part of the map. They pushed them so further back. Absolutely wonderful play by XSET here.
the snake bite, the fragment from the KO as well, just trying to catch that jet, force her to dash out of there and even take a little bit of chip damage on the back end. Absolutely big. Both KOs still.
Yeah, practically useless. Yeah, this knife exchange is practically useless.
Still with the null command ready to go, and we're ready. Let's get onto the site.
EG one, instantly falls. See if Zekin chooses to use his. He's on the side, but he may not need to. No, he doesn't need to. More reformed and full. They get 2 of their own. They pull it right back in. A 3v3. You still got the op in the
The hall
hands
push.
of Cryosepsis. So far off, but the flank not able to find any value.
Again, the halls thing.
Zogamo does as well. It all falls down onto Foe. He's got 30 HP. He's got no HP. XSET
The way they pushed the Viper and Jet out of halls was absolutely brilliant. And then they reacted towards A. They knew they preempted that there'll be an A hit based off of the previous experience from earlier rounds.
to 11.
Oh, what a play right there. Holding Halls the whole time from BCJ. And honestly, once you get onto that site, the null command comes out. It just becomes about individual performance. You can't use util, you can't shut down the hit, but you can if you just find heads, and that's exactly what they were able to do again. I love
The thing is, even if the attacker KO used his ult, it didn't deny any space or anything and any angles. So XSET were already very comfortable in playing their own angles, and that pocketed them the round.
Aaron and Zekin are just able to hold down the fort so well on that A site that even with all those ultimates coming out, it just wasn't enough for EG, and they fall once again.
So where, yep.
The operator in hand, and it's in the same angle that he held in the previous round. Not going to get a chance at any lucky business this time. Evil Geniuses.
So again, that smoke. Now they'll be wary of going through that smoke, which is nice. Jet has an aggressive peek.
Going back to that pistol round strategy.
See, now Jet conveys the information that there's no one here, and
Play that post plant.
they run for the hills at A.
Jet dash as well as the Vipers pit.
Okay, this would be interesting to see. See, Viper, this wall. This wall is so good now. It segregates the Viper ult, right?
Flank also coming in from Boostio, or rather, Cryo. That's so big. BCJ getting that kill. Oh no!
Timing.
Timing, my friends, timing. Cloudburst goes out. All right, Zekin using his ultimate, the flash, to go in as he creeps his way forward. Instantly gives his face back. Spike ticking away. Evil Geniuses have already lost 2, make that 3, and it's going to be a counter ultimate. Second falls. One more. Can you find it?
Reform played well though. Reform played well there. See, Reform played well. This was a nice individual play. He had to do something, and on another day he gets the kill on BCJ at least. It's flawless, hard to fathom. 5v5. I guess the jet going down really crippled their post plant. They got to time the second flank perfectly with the keyword. The boat goes down on the key. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. This kill, I think, this kill absolutely ruins the chances.
Yeah, we'll forget the awkward cloudburst coming out from the jet on the flank. Cryo ended up getting that kill regardless. Great retake there from XSET.
I think XSET have just done such a good job. They've put together a clinic on how to just play retake on site. Right? Like, give up the space. Let them invest utility if they want.
This time Viper's... Again, this is what Viper did the last round as well. Push the Viper smoke there. The last round, she also spat. I don't know if she spat again. Yeah, I think she spat again. To deny them the T-base elbow control. That's good. Very unfortunate timing for second. But this smoke is so far further back than their usual throw. This usual smoke is where Viper is currently. Where Viper was there currently. One thing we've noticed, both of the teams love the A side. This Astra smoke again doing wonders, dude.
Past the Viper wall on defense. They just tried to play into A main, catch EG a little bit by surprise. Didn't work out for them, and now EG are on the
Jet is watching the crossing.
I mean, he's been a hero for XSET in this round. He was able to get second, and as you said, third. Cryo gets the last. It all falls down to one. It looks so good for Evil Geniuses. Dre's left alone. You've got to swing around. BCJ gets 4.
Easy practically given it away. The way they use the knife be every round unless it was an exec. Yeah, dude, that's the thing. So you see the win conditions here, right? For XSET, it is like very important for them to deny EG the plant. I'll show you why. See, now look at the first half. Every round that the XSET have won, only like not just by bomb, like every time they've managed to get the plant down. Okay, this is not being shown here. I don't know why, but they get the plant down almost every round. And on the rounds that they don't, it bites them in the ass. Because the retakes aren't that good. Yeah, no, I'm saying XSET's post plants are also very good. So XSET when they put the plant down, they win most of their rounds. And here, see, as soon as the plant goes down, it doesn't show here, so it's very difficult. Maybe the spike will have it. Spike. Exit. Which is priest. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, planted. See, first round planted, win. Second round planted, win. Third round they planted, they didn't win. It was a bonus round, okay, but still 2 out of 3. Fourth round they weren't able to plant. Yeah. So XSET is, see, again planted, and then they committed the Viper ult. You remember the 3v3 round on A? Again, take control, plant. Okay, this you can't call it as a plant. So it's up until now it's 5 rounds. They've planted in 5 rounds. They've won 4 of them, right? You can't consider this a planned sort of thing. But the thing is, they get the site, is what I'm saying. Even if they maybe don't get they get the plan down later, they get the site, they get site control for XSET. And see the rounds that they've lost. You look at the rounds that they've lost. This is a bonus round. Apart from this, see, they segregate themselves, and that's how they lose. Again, segregate themselves towards B after an initial good trade. Yaboy Trey goes nuts. They lose. Again, no plan. This is the only one which was planted. So basically, the out of the 5 rounds that they've lost, only 2 of them were because they planted, and one of them was bonus round. All right. The 3 rounds that they've lost, they couldn't get the plan down, and whenever they got the plan down, they won like 75-80% of their rounds. Let's go to the other half, the second half. See, retake. They managed to retake this. They denied the plant. Couldn't deny again. See, 4v5, 5v5, couldn't do shit. Here also you might argue plant as well. So 2 out 0 out of 2 through 1 out of 3 so far. Right? There's 2 out of 4. Get the plant down, not able to retake properly. See, denying the plant. This is the only place where they were able to take them out. So it's basically 2 out of 5, 40% retake success. And now I'll show you something. See, this is where I was like very perplexed. Look at the Breeze stats here, okay? They played 10 matches of Breeze. They've won 8 of them. Uh, Total rounds 210. So the average is 21 rounds, which means 13-8 is the average score if they win. Right? Sort of like 13-8 is the average score if they win. Just look at the attack rounds, okay? Attack rounds 105, 162. Okay? But look at the attack plants. Out of those 105, 75 are plants. And out of those 75, they've won 60. They've won 80% of the 80% of the times they've been able to capture a site. Because sometimes plan goes down after you kill some people and you already have an inherent advantage there, but still, point of the matter is that they get the plan down, they win 80% of the matches, this or rounds. This is their win condition. 60 round. But you look at the flip side. That means of the 30 rounds that they don't manage to get the plan down, they've won just 2. Subtract this, and this. This is their weakness on attack. You deny them side control. Out of the 30 rounds that XSET haven't managed to plant the spike, they've won just 2. 2 out of 30. That is not even a 1%. That is a 0.67% success rate. Like 6.7% success rate. But yeah. Dude. That is the weird thing. And here you look at this. 105, 68 retakes. That means they've let the opponent plant. They've won just 23, a 33% win ratio. But if you subtract this, that means 37, they've 37 times they've denied plants, denied control, or whatever you want to say. No one Siko should have known about this by now. Yeah. I mean, this is very weird. I came across this and I was like, I was I was absolutely gobsmacked at what this is. And you see, 105 68, which means 37 rounds, they don't let the teams plant and they win. Okay, defense, yeah. And they win 25 of those. So 25 out of 37 is almost 80% again. Eh, 37. It's 67.5%. It's 67.5%. Exactly, Cruiser. So this is where you can use numbers to find out obviously what is going wrong. Which is where you see you get control of the site, you get the plant on attack, you're obviously winning like at least 9 out of 12 rounds. A 9-3 half easily. And then on defense, if you deny plants, if you deny control, then XSET are winning so much. They XSET are winning two-thirds of the rounds, which means 8-4 half. A 9-3 half and an 8-4 half is possible for them on either side. So I guess this is how it will be going forward. I guess we can see someone like Shaz or Chad can easily exploit this. Yeah. So I guess going forward, what you will see is they might have different comps for defense and attack. Is what I feel. I think they brought Astra in to sort of balance it. So it'll be interesting to see how Astra plays into all of this. But yeah, it'll be very interesting if these stats improve. Because if you see, the stats are mirrored in what happened today, right? Like today, as in the match that we saw, XSET versus EG. And the lack of a sentinel is sort of hurting them on defense. Defense, they have to be more proactive if they want to play without. If they want to play without, let's say, a sentinel. They have to be more proactive. Exactly. Damn. Dude, this is like a very casual WOD review. We're not doing an official WOD review. I guess sometimes, like someday, I'll have to record and do a word review because in live streams I can't ignore chat as well, which sometimes is unhealthy. As someone pointed out that we were chatting too much and not doing much of WOD reviews शुरुआत में. And ऐसा होता है शुरुआत में when there are a lot of people. I'm sort of a person जो doesn't want to ignore anyone. But yeah, good night, Cruiser. So guys, this was a very casual. Bye, good night. This was a very casual stream. Like this was another very casual WOD review. Thank you guys for tuning in. and I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow we'll do something as well. Chalo. See you tomorrow, guys. Today, I think so. The internet screwed up a bit, but hopefully it stays like it's better as we go along. Yeah, I wanted to do more stuff around, like, let's say Val plan and show you what the defaults were. Like XSET played a very basic default. Wait, I'll show you before going. I think there's still time. No, when my internet will be back. Yeah, this was one part of the default. Okay. So, Astra. Yeah, so sometimes Astra was here, Viper maybe here. So you're watching these two guys and an early knife. This was sort of what XSET was running as a default, and so I used to obviously rotate it other. Sometimes Viper was not here even. Sometimes Viper would also join them here, so that when Sova falls back, yeah, something. Sometimes Jet would go towards mid. But yeah, this was basically what the default was. Mm. On the other hand, EG had a very sort of a different. First of all, let's remove Astra. Let's bring in Shingur. First of all, EG's attack very good. One slow was here. Okay, and the second slow was here. Sometimes there were two people going towards the mid as well in terms of like in XSET's default per se. We're just looking at average positions, and these guys focused more towards halls. There was sometimes chamber here. Used to focus towards halls a lot. Jet and Viper. Uh, so and Chaos sort of playing here. And obviously they had Viper's smoke here because they don't have Astra. This is what they needed to do. Focusing more towards Hall's control, and they also played at a quicker pace, at a quicker tempo than XSET. XSET played very methodical, very slow form of Valorant. On the other hand, they were more lavish in terms of uh, like preserving time. Like they didn't spend time as much. They preserved time a lot. Lavish तो दूसरा बंदे के लिए हो गया. Like XSET were very lavish in terms of spending the time or spending every round's time. So I guess this is it. But to be honest, see, Astra's advantages are numerous. Astra's advantages are numerous. If you want to take UL's control, you just smoke here and Viper, as usual. As I said, Viper can smoke here. You have so much vision, so much vision. You have so much you can do. Obviously, then we saw that if you guys are going towards B or taking mid control, you do the smoke Again, so much vision like blocked. This angle absolutely blocked. Then you saw Viper smokes being stationed here sometimes. Again, blocking the two points from which the normally defenders face when attackers are entering the A side. So which is good. And stunning here again, stunning here, or sometimes pulling here. These are good things that you can do with Astra, which you can't do. Also, sometimes if you think there's aggression, there might be aggression. You just place an orb, just like on Fracture, a crew used to place orbs. As far like from the last VOD review that we did here, just place an orb here to shield yourself from any potential push. If there's a push, just pull them or stun them. Pulling is better because by the time you stun, they'll evade that trap. Yeah, so pulling is better in these areas. But yeah, this is how you can also save yourself or counter aggression towards it. So what XSET did basically is they knew their shortcomings. They knew they had no sentinel, so they just kept focused on one side of things. They didn't try to complicate things by showing information, like showing presence, and they're getting information everywhere. They were like focused on getting 5-man hits into a site, and that worked out well for them. The rounds that they lost, one of them was mostly individual gameplay from Yabatre, but the key factor in that was they isolated themselves for 1v1 fights. The KO shouldn't have gone here. The KO should have gone with the Viper here. So Yabatra would have been traded very easily. So there are things XSET has to work on. There are some minor adjustments on the retake. What the let's say the worst thing that I saw was them leaving the entire B side open. I think they could have used Jet as a sort of like a chamber where Jet can take a pick and then fall back, and like Jet can play here. Jet can play here off the back, watching this angle, getting a peek and then falling back. Yeah, right. Playing here as boxes as well, getting this angle, then falling back. There are many things, but absolutely leaving the B side was a very controversial stuff. Like it's very controversial stuff. It's something that the other teams, the better teams, can easily counter. And it'll be nice to see XSET working on those retakes, because their retakes are absolutely the one thing that are holding them back on defense. Def knows it. Def has said, as Cruiser mentioned in 2021, there has not been as much improvement. And on attack as well, they need to understand. They need to understand how to play when they are denied map side control, especially. So that is one more thing where they have to look towards. Uh, Apart from that, I thought it was pretty much standard. Except knew their shortcomings. They played well according to their strengths. Um, AG should have definitely, like, they made the comeback. They should have definitely sealed the deal. Sort of. They should have competed more aggressively. Coachwood, what do you think about the C9 roster? Seen some matches and they seem to, yeah, their C9 is very good. C9 is probably not probably, like, North America's best team right now. And yeah, exits. Those are problems in exits gameplay. And as far as EG is concerned, EG at 9-9 should have absolutely came back. They lost the eco round where they played into Dev's hand here, and after that, when it's a 4v5, they should just group up and push aside. But again, this once they see the exit wall, which was basically this, just basically this. They should have realized not to go into this because they have no like they actually what they did was even worse. What they did was they ran here instead of splashing with the KO and going here, which would have been better. They ran here and gave Viper the chance, and then they entered from here. They gave Viper the chance to sort of get easy kills with the with his close range weapon, the Spectre. So I mean, yeah. And after that, the 5v5 is also unfortunate, I'd say, because once the jet dies, there is no proactiveness from EG's side, and that allows XSET to retake it absolutely according to the plan, and that they managed to do pretty well. Um, Reform did try a bit, but it was too little, too late by that moment. So yeah. So yeah, those were the things mostly from this thing. This one. Not a thought a single flash may not clear all elements also DK. In moment. They might have thought that, but then they had to enter anyway, na? They entered anyway. They entered anyway. Why problem left? Like if they thought that, that's good. They should have won B. That is what I think. Once they see that wall, they shouldn't have entered A like that. This is what I'm trying to say. अम्मा एक चम्मच देना ना एक्स्ट्रा ब्राउनी के लिए. So yeah, Rift, thank you for coming, guys. I think I'll end the stream here because today I had very limited time. I didn't even have my dinner. I had my dinner with you guys. Not an ideal way to go about business. From tomorrow, I'll ensure that I have dinner before we start the stream. And hopefully, it'll be better. I will be streaming on Twitch tonight again. So do tune in on Twitch if you want to. Very chill, we'll play a bit. Strapped for time today, unfortunately. From tomorrow onwards, it will be much better. Thank you guys for watching. I'll end the stream here and you'll come tomorrow. See you tomorrow.